key to it all is that you have to be happy with where you are. Satisfied, just know it's okay, all that. But at the same time, you also have to have the awareness back here to recognize if you know that you're not experiencing, the top level of what you feel you're meant to experience in this life. So, have that awareness, recognize when you can do better, know when you can do better, even talk to yourself about what you can do better, even if you're not necessarily like jumping into it and doing it. Don't beat yourself up. Instead say, I'm showing up, I'm doing what I have to do, I'm going to do it to the best of today's ability and drive, and I know I'm going to step it up. I have to step it up. To the degree that you can know that and still have that awareness, and at the same time not be frustrated, impatient, dissatisfied, upset with your current state. Because if it has to get to the point where you're going to be upset, then, it's not going to come from the best place. And even when you do get upset, you need to transfer that upsetness into just determination, that excitement for, okay, I'm going to do things differently now, and things are going to start to pop, and I know that I'm going to see the effects and the fruits of my labor the minute that I, kick it into that next gear that I know that I'm capable of, that for whatever reason, I'm not doing it that way. For whatever reason. There's a reason, and sometimes you might even be right in assuming that the reason is that you have to get fed up, frustrated, pissed off, tired of, dissatisfied, disillusioned, disenchanted, all of these things. But unless you're going to do something different when it gets to that first moment of feeling these feelings, then you should really work on just always being satisfied with where you are. But know and acknowledge, don't lie to yourself, and know that you can do better. Even if other people think you can't. You know you can. Just know that. And eventually it's going to start working. As long as you have these thoughts, it's going to start working as little magic in the back of your mind. Telling you, reminding you that, this is where you are. And don't you worry, because you know that this is not the maximum experience that you're meant to have in this life. So take this experience. This is the experience you're supposed to have, like, right now. Be satisfied. Embrace it. Live it. But no. Just know. And that awareness, combined with the satisfaction of the moment, is the key to having a really exciting, enjoyable, purposeful, educational, just fruitful life. Not to mention getting to the top of that experience that that you see, that you feel would be wonderful to have. Because whatever that is, it is worth it to, try this, awareness thing back here, knowing I can do better. Don't say to yourself things like, oh, it's the best that I can do. I'm not just, where I do it, I find myself saying, I'm just not a morning person, the early worm gets eaten by the bird, all this, be aware of it, because I'm starting to be aware that I do that. And I talk so much about, the power of your words and, the power of your thoughts, and don't, verbalize something that is not serving you. And yet, I do that. So I've come to the conclusion that to the degree that you do it, but see it and know that you're doing it, and know that that is partly responsible for why maybe you're not doing what you know you can do. Nike has the best slogan, my favorite ever. Just do it. Over and out.